Welcome back into Williamsburg, wrestling fans. Jamie Vaskey, Roger Reed along with you. In studio producer tonight is Ashley Vick. We are ready to go here at 7:15, West Delaware and Williamsburg. And our first matchup is Ben Petland taking on Billy Grout. As Petland at that Benton Community Tournament finished in 5th place. Billy Grout finished in 4th place. They did not meet in that tournament. So, did not have a head-to-head, but here's Grout quickly in on a long double leg on Petland.
Yeah, he went from that double leg, Jamie. He switched off right away to a single. He's got the left ankle, Ben Petland, and now he elevates. He got to get his head up, and Petland's not going to go down easy. He's going to fight, and that's going to be Petland twisted his knee right there, Jamie. He got that left knee caught underneath the Grout, and he went there. We'll see what happens as he's holding that left knee. He's got a knee pad on it right now. Excuse me, his right knee. He's got a knee pad on it right there. And he's going to come back up to his feet. He's going to shake it off. He's a tough hombre there. So it's going to be a 2-point takedown for Grout. As Grout went in and then cut across that single and then elevated very, very quickly. So this is a key match for West Delaware to get ahead in this match. And in this duel, big start here. So right back to work. Petland goes. Nice stand up. He's trying to split the hands of Grout. Grout's going to try to capture the right ankle, and he does. And he front trips. Petland. Petland with a knee slide. Now back trip by Grout. I like what Petland's doing. He's got a lot of action, a lot of movement, and Grout doing a nice job countering every move so far that Ben Petland has had. Ben Petland's going to hustle back to the center of the mat as they went off the edge. So Billy Grout, the junior at 25-11, Jamie, a tough cookie.
I do like what Ben's doing there. Coming right back up to his feet on every restart. And then, right there, he got flattened back on the mat. But again, quickly back up to his feet and keeping that motion going is Ben Petland. And that's what you got to do until you get the escape. Just keep coming up like a madman until you get your point.
So when they go off the edge, he's sprinting right back to the middle. So I like to see that. Tripod stand up by Petland with a hard chop, with tight weights with the right, a hard chop with the left, and he's going to drive Petland back down to the mat. 30 seconds left to go in period number 1. Again, just underway, duel number 2. As the Hawks try to stay undefeated in Womack action, there's an inside wrist by Grout on the left side. He's trying to roll that out so far. Petland doing a nice job backing over it, keeping Grout from pulling that out across his back. Great job again there by Ben Petland. Again, Grout with a tight waist. He's controlling those hips of Ben Petland with that tight waist and not allowing him to create any distance whatsoever. That's going to do it for period number 1. It's going to be Grout's choice. He's going to defer over to Petland, and they're going to put him back down. Coach Rep and Coach Voss in the corner there. They're going to put Ben Petland back down. So we'll see if he can make that stand-up count here, Jamie, and score some points.
Oh, there it was. Yeah, you're right. And he's got to come up to, he did a good job of coming up to his feet, but now, Grout's going to get a little more aggressive here in the second period as he comes right out to a wing on the left side of Ben Petland. Petland's got to come up, build his base right away here.
Grout got high riding, nice sit-out turn by Petland. He's got his head down. Boy, he almost turned around and squared off Grout for a 1-point escape, but Grout up on top. Squaring off Petland. Williamsburg wearing some interesting uniforms here tonight. They've got bike shorts on the bottom, and they've got tight T-shirts on the top, spandex tight T-shirts. There's a nice stand-up by Petland. He's going to score 1. Great hand control there. There's a long shot by Grout. Petland might score 2 here with the front headlock. He's got the head of Grout down. Let's see if he can turn this into 2. And Grout's going to stretch out and face him. Petland's got an underhook, and off the edge of the mat they go.
Yeah, Petland's got to go to his offense from his feet because, these long shots, he's just, right now, that front headlock tonight for Ben Petland, it's not there. He's trying to lock up that cradle from his feet, and all his opponents are doing are coming up, and that's leaving his legs open when he does that. So he's got to get to his offense here.
That long double by Petland almost got him in trouble, and he quickly came to realize he was too far away. Quickly came back to his knee. There's a overhook with a cross knee pick by Petland, and drives Grout off the edge of the mat. So right back to the middle we go, 55 seconds. 55 seconds left to go in period number 2. Grout hanging on to a 2-1 lead here, courtesy of that first period. There's a nice snap down by Petland. Didn't follow it up. There's another nice snap down by Petland. I like what he's doing. Long single shot by Grout again. He's got that right heel this time, that right ankle. Ben Petland trapped underneath. Petland's got to be heavy on his head there as Grout's trying to come out the back door. Petland now's got the head of Grout stuffed. He's got the right ankle pulled up behind his backside, and he's trying to be real heavy on the head there. Grout trying to come up from behind, and there's a stalemate. Good defense there by Petland.
Yeah, it really was. And now, like I said before, just keep going to your offense. Do a good job here. You got the 1-point escape. It is going to be Grout's choice here in this third period. So you get to that third period, 2-1, or even get a takedown and take the lead here with short time. But then right when you get on the mat to start that third period, go right back to work on top. We saw him try to lock up that crossface cradle a couple times in that first match. It was there. He just wasn't able. I think 2 crossfaces ended up giving his opponent Kellogg a bloody nose. So now you've got to go back to work and see if you can lock that up here.
All right, it is going to be Grout's choice. He will choose down, and there's the whistle as Petland starts on the left, quickly jumps over to the right. A stand-up by Grout. And Petland's going to reach down, pick up the right leg. Let's see if he can backtrip. He might have Grout to his back. If he can backtrip that and sit out turning by Grout. Off the edge of the mat they go. Good scramble off the edge of the mat, no point. Petland doing a nice job trying to tie up the hips of Billy Grout. 1:45 left to go in the match. 2-1. This time Petland will start on the right. Spiral right by Petland. From right to left. Now he's going to quickly jump over to the left side. Cradle attempt by Petland. As Grout tried to come with a stand-up, he kept his head down, so Petland quickly came over the top. Now Petland secures an anchor as he steps over the left ankle. He's got the left ankle caught between his knee there. So he's got Grout a little bit of a trouble here. There's a sit out now by Grout as Petland gets high. A 1-point escape by Grout. He goes up now 3-1. 1:13 left to go. And Jamie Petland's got to stand his offense right here, not give Grout an opportunity to shoot.
Yeah, he really does. And, he's trying to snap him down and into that front headlock, but as we saw in that match before, he's snapping right into his own legs. And, we've seen Grout take 2 double leg shots already in this match, so you don't want to snap him right into a double leg.
49 seconds. There's that long single shot. Stuff and spin attempt by Petland. He's trying to get the backside. He's got the ankle. Hard crossface by Petland. He's got to break the grip of Grout. He's got to keep his hips in, keep circling. He's got to drive cradle locked up. He had the hand, but there's a 2-point takedown by Petland. He's got to drive cradle in. Match is going to be tied. Let's see if he can keep the drive cradle and throw Grout to his back. He's got 27 seconds, Jamie. This would be huge. Billy Grout going to his back. Petland's trying to tighten this drive cradle up. Don't want to give him one right here. Grout up to his back. Petland's going to try to backtrip him and take him to his back. 13 seconds left to go. Grout trying to break the grip of Petland. Petland keeping his grip on that drive cradle. Petland's going to drive him off the edge of the mat. 7 seconds left to go. 3-3. And hang on for dear life, Jamie, here. Take it into overtime and try to win it.
Billy Grout's going to be a man on a mission here, trying to get out in these last 7 seconds.
There's a roll attempt by Grout. He's going to come up the backside. No point says we got a scramble. There's a 2-point reversal right there. And that's going to do it. 2-point reversal as Billy Grout pulls out the win in the last 7 seconds. And you were right, Jamie. He just created some action there. Ben Petland tried to keep a hold of that ankle, and Billy Grout rolled right through it. And the Hawks are going to go down after match number 1, 3-0. But what a great match there. But that was 4-5 at the Benton Community Tournament. An even match. And we'll probably see that again next Saturday.
Absolutely. Kind of got into that same situation where he had that drive cradle locked up and didn't take his time. He got in a hurry. If he didn't get his head set, and when you get that drive cradle, the old adage is you get your head in the side and drive it, and his head was on top, and that allowed. And when Billy Grout stood up, he tried going back over it, and wasn't able to get it. Now it should be a good matchup here at heavyweight. It's going to be Carson Petland for West Delaware taking on Cole Freeman. Freeman was that Benton Community champion. He had a late reversal on Drew Evans of Independence to win the championship 3-1. Petland, who was the 1 seed in that tournament, finished 5th.
Well, this is a slide-by versus slide-by right here. Creeman's showing some aggressive. We didn't see that at Benton Community until the end of the match. But Creeman's out early here trying to show some aggressiveness. He's 25-10, his 36th match here of the year. So showing some aggressiveness is Cole Creeman for the Williamsburg Raiders. And the long left arm of the law there by Carson Petland is going to keep him at bay. 125 and counting here in period number 1. Again, we started the weight class 220, so just underway in this second duel, and this is going to be a good one before it's over. Hard collar tie by Creemans with the left, a retie by Petland with his left, so it's left and left going at it. Petland now trying to make Creemans carry his weight. Petland tried to drop in on a low single slide by attempt by Petland, missed his mark again. Creemans now with the snap on Petland. Creemans has about 3 really quick steps, so Carson Petland's really going to have to keep his feet moving here and not give Creemans a standing target. I'm not sure that he'll shoot underneath, Jamie, but there's a slide by Creemans showing that fancy footwork. I'm not sure he'll shoot underneath, Jamie, but he'll try to get an edge on Carson.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I tell you what, it's something, Coach Grant Eckenrod and these Williamsburg Raiders, they always have that heavyweight that is very unassuming when you look at him, where, he doesn't look like he'd be a real good heavyweight, but I tell you what, Cole Creeman, I'm drawing a blank on the kid a couple years ago that they had, short, squatty heavyweight, but I tell you what, his footwork was outstanding, and I tell you what, they just do a good job of wrestling at that heavyweight position.
I think he ended up being a state qualifier, and he had an unbelievable headlock. And he made that count for him. You could stab the headlock, you could beat him, but I'll tell you what, he got you in that headlock, it was doomsday. All right, 0-0 after period 1. It's going to be Petland's choice. He is going to choose down to start period number 2. As the much shorter Creemans will ride the right side. There's a knee slide attempt by Petland trying to get to his feet with the outside, and Creemans with that spiral ride takes Petland back over that knee that's down. Now Petland's to his feet, trying to work some hand control. Creeman's now bumping Petland. Petland's got to work some hand control as Creeman's keeping all of his weight forward and making Carson carry his weight forward. There's a cradle by Creeman. He got Petland on his back. As Petland came to a stand-up, there's going to be a 2-point near fall by Creeman. And Petland now with the sit-out turn in might have a reversal as he's got the knee of Creeman. He's got the the left knee of Creeman. That's going to be 1 point by Petland. It's 2-1.
Yeah, not the way that Carson wanted to start this. Definitely not the way he wanted to start this match. But I tell you what, now you got to get going here. You're down 2-1, and see if you can go to work on your feet.
Petland takes a long shot underneath Creemans, and Creemans is going to try to throw Petland. And Petland's going to drive across Creemans for a 2-point takedown. And Petland will take the lead 3-2 with 1:05 left to go. I was just going to say, I'm not sure that's where Carson Petland wants to be, Jamie, is underneath Cole Creemans, but he made it work for him as Creemans tried to throw the much bigger Petland and couldn't get the job done. Now tripod stand-up by Creemans. Petland's going to cut him loose. 3-3. 47 seconds left to go, period number 2, and we're going back to action in neutral. So Petland's got to create some more motion here, Jamie. He likes that shot. He's shooting that shot underneath Creemans. And again, got to create some motion. And I like what he's doing on the head of Creemans, making Creemans carry his weight. 27 seconds and counting right here in period number 2. Weight class 285. And this is just a terrific match right here. 15 seconds left to go. Hard collar tie by Petland, retie by Creemans. Creemans now draped over the left arm. He's not going to collar tie. He's just draping his right arm over the left arm of Carson Petland. 4 seconds left to go, and we're going to go to period number 3, and this thing is knotted up at 3. Creeman's choice, and it's going to be, he's going to choose down easily.
Yeah, wasted no time. And, you knew I couldn't just let that heavyweight's name go, so I had to look it up. Quentin Miller was his name. I tell you what, we had a fun time watching him in his 4 years at Williamsburg.
All right, Creeman's choice. He's going to go down. Petland's going to ride. Spiral ride. That's going to chop. He's got a tight waist with the right, hard chop with the left. Has Creemans down. And Petlin's got to really work that inside wrist, Jamie. If he could get an inside wrist here and flatten Freeman's out, Freeman's now going to come to a quick stand-up. And he's going to earn a 1-point escape. It's now 4-3. Petlin's going to drop in on a double and try to switch over to a single and attack the left side of Freeman. And Freeman's going to hip into Petlin, and no dice there. 4-3, 1:25 in counting, period 3. Hawks behind 3-0 as Ben Petlin losing to Billy Grout in a hard-fought contested, highly contested match at 2:20, 5-3. This one's setting up to be just like it. 1:07 in counting. Third period, Petlin now trying to measure Creeman. Creeman's trying to pummel and get inside position on Petlin. Petlin now with a double underhook on Creeman. You got Creeman lifted up, and Creeman is going to go to the reverse and back off the edge of the mat. Coach Voss fell up out of his chair saying, hey, snap him down. Get on top, snap him down. That's easier said than done. As Creeman is doing a great job keeping Petlin at bay here. There's a long double shot by Petlin. Creeman's now up on top of Petlin, trying to cut the corner. Petlin now trying to get to his feet. Creeman is going to try to bull rush, and Petlin tries to launch him with a hip toss off his knees. Not where Coach Voss and Coach Ref want their sophomore heavyweight to be, right there. 37 seconds in counting. Carson Petlin needs a 2-point takedown here to take the lead. And he's under 30 seconds right here. Creeman's now going defensive, just pummeling Petlin. Just daring Carson Petlin to shoot underneath. 22 seconds. Petlin's going to drop in on a single. Creeman's is going to try to cut the corner. Knee slide by Petlin. And Creeman's is going to cut the corner. No points there. As Petlin catches Creeman's on the go behind. 11 seconds left to go. Double underhook now by Petlin, who's going to jack Creeman's up. Off the edge of the mat they go. Boy, oh boy, 7 seconds left to go.
And we saw Billy Grout score with 7 seconds left. See if we can return the favor here.
Petlin taking a nice long shot. There's going to be a stalling against Creeman's, but that's going to do it right there. And Williamsburg is going to win the first 2 matches here. Billy Grout's going to win 5-3. Cole Creeman's is going to win 4-3 right here. Williamsburg's going to take a 6-0 lead after 2.
Yeah, good effort there by Carson Petlin, and not the result he wanted there at heavyweight, but that's a pretty good heavyweight match right there. As we're going to move up to weight class 106, or move down rather, it's going to be Titan Guerrero for Williamsburg and Blake Engel of West Delaware. Guerrero did not place at the Benton Community Tournament as Engel's finished in 4th place at Benton Community.
So Blake Engel out quickly with a 2-point takedown, and he's got a drive cradle on. And Jamie, their heads are a little high. You said that earlier. They get that drive cradle, and Blake, if you look at Blake Engel's, his head was on top of the back of Guerrero instead of being in the rib cage, and that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it really does, and that's the difference between getting a fall and really not getting any back points, as we saw there from Blake Engel. So, he's got to set it up again, see what he can do, and work on his offense from top.
Well, he's proved that he can ride people. He's got a great ball and chain series. He's got a great chicken wing series. Let's see if fall here by Blake Engel that could knock this thing up at 6s. Then we're going to weight class 113. Caden Grip for the Raiders. He's 21-10. That's going to be a key matchup there for the Hawks also. Inside wrist now by Engel. Engel may want to let Guerrero loose, Jamie, and we'll see what happens here. Right now they're content with just keeping him down as they go off the edge of the mat. There's a nice lift and return by Engel off the edge of the mat. So we'll get reset back to the middle, and that's going to be an outside stand-up attempt by Guerrero. Hard, tight waist with a chop. Here comes Engel trying to work that ball and chain on the right side. He's got the right arm of Guerrero trapped underneath. 35 seconds. So he's going to scoop a chicken wing on the left. Got inside wrist on the right with that ball and chain. And now Guerrero will lunge forward and break the grip of Engel. And so Engel will switch off and go ball and chain on the left side. A good switch up there by the freshman from West Delaware as he's driving Guerrero across the mat. And dominating first period here as Engel had that first takedown within the first 20 seconds. And then Jamie for the next minute and 40, no points to show for a tough ride.
Yeah, and he's got 3 seconds left, but You're going to go to the second period with a 2-0 lead, but again, you'd like to build on that here in the second and third period.
Let's see if Angle can hold Guerrero. We're going to get a caution against Guerrero for starting too early. So there's going to be a stalling, or excuse me. Let's see, our officials looking at it. It's 2-0. They're trying to put 3 seconds back on the clock. I think they can just count that off, Jamie. Count off 3 seconds instead of trying to put it on the clock there. You got track wrestling going over there on the JV mat. Daniel Woods is up 2-1 in the second period. They put 4 seconds on. Okay. Thought there was 3. They put 4 on. So see what happens here.
It was 3.
There was, I think it was 3. They put 4 on, and there you go. First period over. That's going to be Guerrero's choice. Let's see where he goes. He's going to defer over to Angle, and Angle's going to choose down. 2 long, lanky 106-pounders right here. No size difference at all, as they're both long and lean. They're going to get caution against Guerrero, I believe. So there's the start. Nice stand up by Angle. Quickly splits the hands of Guerrero. Picks up a 1-point escape in 3.5 seconds. So now we're going back to neutral. We'll see if Blake Angle can go right back to work, as he was in early on a very nice sweep single on Guerrero to start the match. Guerrero now switches gears here. There's a nice elbow pass by Angle. He's going to go to a single and then front trip Guerrero for a 2-point takedown. I'm thinking you might want to just let him go, Jamie, here and get 2 or 3 more takedowns and then start working for the fall.
Yeah, I think Coach Litter and Coach Voss are discussing that right now. I think that's what they're going to do.
I heard Coach Litter say cut it there. He was up on the chair.
But as he does that, they tell him to cut him. He's going to work his tilt on the outside. I think Coach Litt, they're going to let him go and go to work on his feet.
So there's an intentional release there. Intentional release. We're going to go back to neutral. With about 1:09 to go. Let's see if Blake Angle can do. There's that elbow pass to a single. And he's got Guerrero snapped down to the mat. Let's see if he can cut the corner. Guerrero's trying to block off Angle as Angle goes from left to right. Angle picks up the right ankle. Now trying to go to a crossface and stuff the head. Guerrero blocking off with his right arm, blocking off Angle as Angle's trying to circle around. I think he's going to get the corner turned here. There's the corner turn by Angle. That should be 2 right there. Official hasn't marked it yet, but there's a 2-point takedown by Angle. Now he's up 7-1, and you got to be thinking bonus points here, Jamie. If you're Blake Angle, got to be thinking 6, but bonus points for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And he's going to go right to work on that crossface cradle. But down 6-0. If you could tie the duel 1-0 or in one match, that'd be huge for the Hawks here.
Well, 19 seconds left to go. Angle and Guerrero going at it, and Guerrero doing a very good job defensively here. Not giving Angle anything to work with. Every time Angle gets something tied up there, every time he gets something tied up, Guerrero's right there to break the grip. And to the outside stand-up by Guerrero. Nice job of switching sides by Angle as he goes to a tight waist and then takes Guerrero back down. 5 seconds left to go. Angle with that ball and chain. He's going to try to dump Guerrero on his side for some back points. That's going to do it for period number 2. Angle up 7-1. Guerrero's choice to start the third, and he's going to go down and lose. And you're right again, Jamie. As Angle's going to start on his feet, he's going to give Guerrero 1, and we're going right back to neutral. It's 7-2 in the third period. So Angle's got to keep that momentum going. Long single shot by Guerrero. Now Guerrero in on a single shot. He's going to drive Angle over his hips. He's going to pick up 2. Now maybe Guerrero's thinking cut him loose. 143. Angle now working some hand control. There's a stand-up by Angle. They try to split the hands of Guerrero. That should be 1 right there. That should be an escape. That is an escape right there from Blake Angle. So back to our feet we go, 8-4. Coach Litter was not happy there at all, Jamie.
No, and I think when you cut a guy loose, then you're gonna, you gotta come out and get the takedown. You got caught flat-footed, but now you gotta go back to work if you're still thinking about bonus points here.
Yeah, Blake Angle working on working on a front headlock here, trying to circle from right to left, from left to right. Guerrero controlling that right elbow of Blake Engel as he's got it sunk in there deep on the front headlock. 109 and counting. 8-4 is our score here. Our dual meet score is 6-0 in favor of the Raiders. There's a nice go behind by Engel. He's going to pick up 2 right there. Hey, you got to be thinking turn here. He's up now 10-4. Another 2 points here would be a major decision and an extra point. 52 seconds and counting. Plenty of time for Blake Engel. Titan Guerrero's got to be thinking the same thing underneath. Can't get turned over. Don't want to give up the 2-point near fall. Engel doing a great job riding. He's got Guerrero flattened out off to the right center of the mat. He's got his left arm tied up. He's trying to reach through. He picks up the right knee and tries to step through with the Turk. Should be stalling on Guerrero right there as he's going defensive. As Engel's working hard for some back points, looking for a tilt there is Blake Engel. Now Engel hooking up a shell, missed the chicken wing on the right-hand side. He's got a ball and chain with the left. No, he does not have a ball and chain. He's working deep in the thigh ride. 13 seconds left to go. And Blake Engel's going to probably pick up a 10-4 win here. Hard cross face now by Engel, but it's going to be off the edge of the mat, and we're probably going to get stalling. No, we're not going to get stalling. That's going to do it. Hard fought 10-4 win there by Blake Engel. He's going to put the West Delaware Hawks on the board with 3 on that decision, 10-4.
Yeah, and I like what he did there. Picked up 4 takedowns in that match and did a good job. He was working for the major decision there. Gave up that takedown. Like we said, kind of got flat-footed a little bit, but you gotta try to. Can't get caught flat-footed in that situation. But nonetheless, nice job by Blake Engel getting the Hawks on the board. It's now 6-3. Going to put us up at 113. It's going to be Luke Farmer of West Delaware taking on Caden Grip of Williamsburg.
Well, it's going to be a tough match for Luke Farmer as Grip is 21-10. He's a sophomore, and he comes out quickly with a snap the head of Luke Farmer down and then dove right in on a single on the left side of Farmer and covered his hips up for a 2-point takedown. So Farmer working some hand control right now to get back to his feet. So a quick early takedown there by a Grip from Williamsburg.
Grip finished in 4th place at the Beck Community Tournament. Farmer did not place in that tournament. They did not meet each other at Bent Community.
So Luke Farmer with some work to do. This would be a huge win for Luke Farmer. He's capable of getting the job done as he gets back to his feet. He tries to split the hands of Grip, and Grip is going to drop in on a single and then elevate and lift Farmer up off the mat, then cover his hips up, and Grip will come down on top of Farmer and back to work. Luke Farmer will have to go to get his hips back up underneath of him. Nice job. He's got his hips underneath. Grip is riding a spiral ride. Deep thigh ride with the right, inside with the left. Knee slide attempt by Farmer. He goes to short tip position. Now to his feet is Luke Farmer trying to split the hands of Grip. Grip's going to step through and front trip Farmer, and off the edge of the mat they go. So once again, you've got great movement by Luke Farmer, and just can't quite get the hand split and the full escape, Jamie.
Yeah, and that's what you got to come up. You get up to your feet, and you can clear the hands. You should be able to pick up an escape. But Luke Farmer, I like what he's doing. He's keeping that solid base underneath and still trying to work up, get hand control before he comes up. But you gotta once you get to your feet, you've got to be able to split those hands. And right now, this is where we saw a few of the Hawks on Saturday with their head down, their forehead on the mat.
And you really gotta build your base. Farmer now was up to his base, but there's a hard chop and drive by Grip, and Grip again is riding very parallel. I'm not sure our official's gonna encourage him to get off to the side as he's riding parallel right side to side to Luke Farmer. Farmer now is going to build his base. 2 seconds left in period number 1, and we're off the edge of the mat. We'll have to get a restart. So Farmer will get set. Grip will ride the right side. There's 1,001 and 2. First period over. And let's see his choice is going to be. It's going to be Luke Farmer's choice. He's going to defer over to Grip, and Grip will choose down. A good shot. Good place for Luke Farmer to be right now. Tough on top. And he's really going to have to control Grip. Grip in a quick stand-up. Now Grip's going to split the hands of Farmer. Farmer's going to try to lift and return. That's going to be a 1-point escape for Caden Grip, the fine sophomore from Williamsburg. Now we're back to neutral. Grip with a 3-0 lead on Luke Farmer. It's 6-3. Go ahead, Jamie.
Yeah, and Farmer's got to go to work on his offense. It's on our feet so far, Hayden Grip has definitely been the aggressor. So I'd like to see Farmer get to where he's comfortable. And that's, a fireman's carry. He's good with that fireman's carry. If he can get in there, get that inside tie, and go to work where he's comfortable on offense.
Well, that's just kind of believing in what you do there, Jamie, and deciding you're going to set it up and get after it. 124 and counting, period number 2. Neutral position we go. Farmer leading with that right leg, Grip in a pretty square stance. Hard collar tie by Grip. Now Farmer drops in. He's got that Kelly. He's good in this position. Let's see if he can dump Grip. But Grip's gonna snap the head of Farmer and hit a go behind and hook that ankle for a 2-point takedown right on the edge of the mat. And Luke Farmer was right in that position, that Kelly position, and couldn't quite get his hand around the waist of Grip to dump him. And Grip ended up picking up the 2-point takedown off of a 5-0 lead now for the sophomore from Williamsburg. 56 seconds in counting, period number 2. Luke Farmer now got some work to do to get back in this short sit down by Farmer. Grip now with the tight waist, and he's gonna drive Farmer forward, and Farmer will have to recover and work on that, building his base right back up. 38 seconds in counting. Farmer now up to all fours. Short sit by Farmer. Now Farmer to his feet, trying to split the hands of Grip. See if Grip cuts him loose. Grip now drops in on the leg of Farmer, lifts him up, and returns him on a front trip on the edge of the mat one more time, but the official's going to let him wrestle right there, right on the edge. We'll see if he stops it. As both wrestlers, their knees are in. Okay, now they're off the edge of the mat. So we'll get a restart right back to the middle. 14 seconds left to go. Farmer up, hustles back to the middle. Gonna make something count here for some points, Jamie, as it'll be his choice starting the third period.
Yeah, if you can get you got 15 seconds to get out here. Try to cut this lead just a little bit and make it 5-1 is, like you said, his choice in the third.
Well, we didn't get a stalling call there from our official as Grip was latched around to the waist of Luke Farmer for, Jamie, all of 12 seconds there. As there were 14 seconds there, and there's only 2 left on the clock, and we didn't get a warning. So that's going to do it right there. It's going to be Farmer's choice. It's Litter now offering some encouragement to his junior. So Luke Farmer's got some work to do. Boy, reversal and back points here would be just what the doctor ordered. That's going to be easier said than done as Grip again riding parallel. And now the Grip on the right now quickly comes over to the left. Nice stand-up by Luke Farmer. He's going to pick up a 1-point escape. There's one. There's a reshot by Farmer. Long shot by Farmer. Now he reaches up and grabs the left elbow of Grip. And Grip is trying to hit that go behind. Farmer now doing a good job blocking him off. I'd like to see him turn that into a Kelly and dump Grip to his right side. Not going to happen as they go off the edge of the mat. So you got to keep the motion going, keep the momentum going, as Coach Litter says. Off the sheet. Feet one more time, offering some encouragement. 124 and counting in the third period. Luke Farmer needs to find something that's going to hit its mark right here. He goes right back to that staggered stance, leading with that right leg. Long shot. Now there's a fireman's carry by Luke Farmer. Let's see if he can make it pay. He picked up 2 with it. Boy, just missed the 2-point back on that. This thing would have been tied up. He's up now he's up on top. Riding, but he's still down 5-3 with a minute to go. That's what Luke Farmer decides to do here. Grip takes a peek at the clock. He knows he's up 5-3. Farmer now working hard. He's got that right knee hooked. Guy's working a hard crossface from right to left, trying to set up a crossface cradle. He's got a hard crossface. He can't quite lock up the cradle as Grip is doing his best job to stretch out. Farmer now still hooked over the right ankle of Caden Grip. Now we're going to get stalling against Luke. We're going to get stalling against Grip. We're going to get stalling against Grip. Farmer now goes to a butcher, and didn't keep circling the head. Boy, just missed the butcher there, Jamie. Had that arm, the left arm of Caden Grip trapped underneath and started to run the butcher, and then kind of gave up on it. 13 seconds left to go. And another 2-point match here, Jamie. And that 2-point match, at this point, looks like it's going to go in the favor of the Williamsburg Raiders. as they win the first match 5-3, win the second match 4-3, then win another match here 5-3. And they will take a 9-3 win over a 9-3 lead in the team score over the West Delaware Hawks. Another close one.
Yeah, and Williamsburg right now, they're winning those close matches, and that's what you got to do in these situations. You got to win those close matches, and right now Williamsburg's doing that, and the Hawks are not. As we move up to 120 pounds, as it's going to be Evan Woods taking on. What's the first name?
This is Chase Malloy.
Chase Malloy. These two wrestled in the fifth place match at Bent Community. It was a 9-0 Malloy win in that match.
Well, Malloy definitely has a size advantage here at 120, and he's 24-14. So Evan Woods has his work cut out for him. They both drop in on a shot at the same time and butt heads here. And right back to our feet we go. Evan Woods gets up and shakes his head a little bit, but he's a tough cookie right here at 120. Malloy's not going to drop down to one knee. Good hand control by Malloy, retied by Woods here. And Malloy comes with a hard collar tie. Malloy is a junior at 24-14. Woods now trying to get an angle here. There's a nice boot scoop by Woods. He's in on a single on the left leg of Chase Malloy. Let's see if he can dump him. Tries to go to a drive cradle. He does. He's going to pick up a 2-point takedown. Nice job there by Evan Woods. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered right there. And I like that, Jamie. I like the change of direction and the change of levels by Evan Woods.
Yeah, and finishing right away, not sitting around because, with that long, you mentioned Malloy, and I tell you what, this is about the third Malloy that we've seen that's been real long and lanky for their weight class. And Chase Malloy, you can't give a guy with a long, lanky legs time to react to a shot. So nice job by Evan Woods finishing right away.
Well, it's Chase Malloy with a 1-point escape there. As we go to neutral, Woods had a ball and chain, and he tried to drive it as he did. He tried to hook the chicken wing up with it, and as he did, that gave Malloy an opportunity to get his hips out, and then Woods had to cut him loose there or get into some trouble. There's a long single shot by Malloy. This is a smart front headlock by Woods. And the Raiders from Williamsburg, there's a drive cradle by Woods. Let's see if he gets the corner. He's going to step over. He's going to step over and hook the left ankle. That's got to be two right there. A very nice job by Evan Woods. He's got the drive cradle hooked up. He might have Malloy going to his back, and Malloy's going to go belly down as time's running out. There's Woods with Malloy to his back, and he's going to run out of time. That's a great job by Evan Woods right there.
That's a real good first period for Woods. Coming out, you mentioned the Hawks not caring who they're wrestling against. And this is a situation, this kid beat you 9-0 2 weeks ago, and Evan Woods not letting that phase him here tonight and just coming out tough.
Well, that's going to drop in on a single. Evan Woods on a single. Great shot by Woods, and he's going to elevate Malloy. He's got a head trap between the legs of Malloy, and he's going to sit back. Let's see if we can turn this into two here. As he's going to come out the back door and pick up two. That's got to be two there, Jamie.
Got a cradle lock.
Got to drive cradle locked up one more time for a 2-point takedown. He's up 6-1. And Malloy now trying to counter that cradle. By facing Woods off. And Woods is going to keep that cradle locked up, but he's going to have to. I think he's going to have to get out of it, Jamie, because his lock is down around the right knee of Chase Malloy. And Malloy's just going to counter and sit and turn as Woods tries to get behind and dump him to his hip.
Yeah, Evan Woods has been dominant. This might go back to that situation you said, Blake Ingles match. He's been so dominant on his feet. I'd like to see him if you don't try to ride him too long here. If he comes up to his feet and get a stalling call, he's going to let him loose.
With a 1-point escape by Chase Malloy, we're going back to neutral. Evan Woods with 3 takedowns to score 6. And Malloy with 2 escapes, 57 seconds to go in period at number 2. To the Walmax best here at weight class 120. Again, the Raiders up 9-3, courtesy of 3 wins, three close wins. At 195, at 220 heavyweight. There's a nice shot by Woods in deep again. But his head is high, and he's got Malloy elevated. Let's see if he can turn this into 2. Malloy's now trying to grab onto an ankle of Woods. Woods trying to come out the back door and pick up 2. Evan Woods is a great scrambler. Let's see if he can out-scramble Chase Malloy with 22 seconds left to go. Coach Litter up off his chair. And Woods is going to turn. He's going to turn and try to score two, and that should be 2 and back points, Jamie. No, it's not, as Malloy's in a good scramble here. Now that's 2 right there for Woods. Very good. That was a good scramble. Woods tried the back trip on Malloy. 3 seconds left to go. Just hang on to him, Evan. Nice job there. No point. Good piece of officiating right there. Going to be Malloy's choice. 8-2.
Hey, your coach let her drive forward as Malloy has been able to get that back pressure into Woods off of all these restarts. And, you got to drive forward right off the whistle and try to break him down, flatten him out.
That was a nice job by Woods as it goes deep waist near ankle as Malloy tried to get to his feet. Now Woods is going to go under the left arm and to the right elbow. He's going to trap that right elbow. Might have a ball and chain locked up here, and Malloy's going to have to crawl forward and break the grip of Evan Woods. Woods now has Malloy belly down. That's a great place to be. He's going to step over and hook that left ankle and now work a 2-on-1 on the left side of Chase Malloy. 1:31 and counting in period number 3. Woods up 8-2 and doing a solid job. He's got a 2-on-1 right there, Jamie. I'm not sure how long the official's going to let him ride that. He's going to have to get off the 2-on-1 and maybe go to a spiral ride off of it. He's doing a great job, Jamie, driving Malloy forward and keeping the weight on his shoulders, hands, and arms.
Yeah, but like you said, an official wants to see you working those hands and working a pinning combination. And Woods is going to go to a tilt here. You got to be careful as he almost picked up near fall points, but almost rolled onto his own back there.
Yeah, and that's you're up 8-2 right now. You don't want to give your opponent anything again. Now we're going to get stalling again. We're going to get stalling to 7 Woods for riding parallel, for crying out loud. So there's a warning. So 50 seconds left to go. It's 8-2. Woods still up. He's going to ride the right side. Great breakdown. Tight waist by Woods. Hard chop by Woods. He's going to hook that left ankle again. Again, Malloy not doing a whole lot underneath as Woods is going side to side now. He's got an inside wrist. And he's going to drive Chase Malloy off the edge. Malloy now in a tripod stand-up, which tries to come to a cradle as the head of Malloy went down. Malloy now to his feet. And that's going to be a 1-point escape by Chase Malloy. 23 seconds left to go. 8-3. Evan Woods trying to get the payback match here. As Jamie said, losing 9-0. Trying to get the payback back. 10 seconds left here. Don't want to get thrown. There's a boot scoot by Woods. He's in deep, trying to pick up a 2-point takedown. 2 seconds left to go. That's a great win for Evan Woods, Jamie. Solid match, 8-3 as he gets the payback here over a very good Chase Malloy. 24-14 for the Williamsburg Raiders.
Yeah, nice job there by Evan. Coming out, like we said, lost by a major decision just 2 weeks ago, and now he comes out and gets an 8-3 win and was just dominant on his feet, and that's what you like to see. So the Hawks trail 9-6 now, as it's going to be Stavely Mowry is going to take on Sam Van D. These two also met in the 5th place match at Benton Community, and it was a 5-2 Sam Van D win at Benton Community 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Jamie, it'll just be, those placing matches were the 4th and 5th matches that these guys wrestled on the course of that day. So we saw some good giddy up in the singlet of Evan Woods there. So we'll see if Stavely Mowry can follow suit right here and beat a very good Sam Van D, 25-12. Stavely Mowry, a very good 126-pounder here for the West Delaware Hawks, only a sophomore for West Delaware. 129 and counting, neutral position we go. So good collar tie by Mowry with the left, retied by Van D with the left also. There's a duck under attempt by Van D. Kind of a half a shot there. Didn't have a whole lot of penetration with it. And Stavely Mowry, that was easy for Mowry to steal that and fight it off. Now Mowry, and be careful here, as Mowry's in a hip lock on Van D. He's going to try to pitch Van D off his feet. And Van D's going to turn and square off Mowry. Mowry's got it locked up. And now Van D's going to square him off and break the grip of Stavely Mowry. Mowry with the sweep single. He's got the right leg of Van D up. Let's see if he can back trip and score 2 out of it. He's going to back trip Van D. Van D's in great position here. Mowry's going to have to cut the corner on Van D. Van D trying to cut the corner on Mowry. Mowry hanging on. He's got two hands locked up on the right knee of Sam Van D. Now Mowry in between the legs of Van D. He's going to try to elevate here. 28 seconds and a stalemate called by our official. That was just a perfect sweet single. And Jamie, the thing that we talked about earlier, Stavely didn't do, and that was finish quickly.
Yep, and they gave Van D an opportunity. Again, if you sit around, it gives him an opportunity to counter, and that's what he was able to do there. But now long shot by Van D. Short time, see if Stavely Mowry, who's over top, has Van D flat out on his stomach, see if he can score here.
He's got to step over and hook that ankle. He's got to take a huge step. He's got 3 seconds left. He's trying to take a huge step. Van D's going to keep latched onto that left knee of Stavely Mowry. Stavely Mowry's choice is going to defer over to Van D. And Van D will choose down. As Mowry defers, and Van D will choose down. As waiting in the wings will be featured match here at 132. There's a Granby roll attempt by Van D. Nicely countered by Mowry with a tight waist, and he hooked that ankle. And now Mowry trying to work a tight waist with the left and an inside wrist with the right. Now a ball and chain attempt by Mowry up on top. He's got Van D belly down in the middle of the net, doing a great job here so far. It's Stavely Mowry just driving and grinding and crunching Van D up and not giving Van D anything to get excited about right here. It's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Our dual meet score is 9-6 in favor of the Raiders. They've won 3 matches, and the West Delaware Hawks have won 2. There's a nice tilt by Mowry. He's got Van D on his back. He's going to get at least 2 out of it. Referee's still counting. Going to get 3 out of it. Now he's got to roll through and come back behind. Oh, he only got 2. Referee counted, Jamie.
Recounted.
That should have been a 3-point near fall. He's only going to get 2 out of it. As the referee's still holding 2. Got to give the 2 right there.
He broke the move.
And the referee's still holding 2. As Mowry's got a chicken wing locked up. He's got Van D flat, Jamie. That's a different pinning combination, but the referee's still got 2 out. As Mowry's got a chicken wing on the right side, trying to hook an inside wrist on the left and crank Van D to his back. 39 seconds to go. Hawks looking for their first bonus points tonight. Still Mowry with the chicken wing in. Went from that tilt. He still got the wing in on the right side, trying to dig it in a little bit deeper. Van D trying to crawl off the edge of the mat. Now Mowry with the double chicken wing. Now he's going to try to take a big step. Stavely Mowry trying to take a big step. He's going to go with a leg half Nelson. He's got a double locked up, 15 seconds. Mowry's trying to work a big step and take Van D to his back. It should be a second pinning combination, Jamie. And Van D's going to fight out of the double. Mowry's going to jump sides. 4 seconds left to go. Mowry up on top, riding tough. It's going to be a 2-point near fall. Let's see where he decides to put him. He's going to put Stavely Mowry. He's going to go down. Van D's headgear, as Mowry was driving him across the Resolite, Van D's headgear goes all the way down around his neck. So yeah, he's going to have to get some help getting that headgear fixed.
Yeah, I don't.
And that's smart.
Yeah, that's no fun because you're pulling a lot of hair from the neck. That when you got to get a headgear off like that, and he's going to get some cotton in his nose. Got a bloody nose out of that, but. Granted, he never did turn him again, but that was a different pinning combination. It was a tilt.
Van D went back to his stomach.
Yeah, and no wing, no arm, nothing. But he didn't turn him again, so it didn't matter.
Yep, exactly right. So Stavely Mowry starting the third period up 2-0. He's going to choose down. And they're trying to, this is going to be a huge last period for the West Delaware Hawks here. Stavely Mowry. And Mowry is, he's been in a lot of close matches. He's been able to win some close matches. So see if he can pull this one out right here. There's a quick start by the official. Van D pounced right on the top of Mowry, and the referee just blew the whistle. Van D now with a spiral right. He throws a half Nelson in on Mowry, and the referee looking close for a full Nelson. Half Nelson by Van D. He's trying to crank Mowry over. And Mowry's right arm is way above his head. Now he's signaling full Nelson. Yes, indeed. Thank you. That's going to be a 1-point illegal hold. Illegal hold by Van D as he went to a full Nelson, and that gets the Williamsburg Raiders coaching staff up off his head. Or, excuse me, up off their seats. And they're asking for the official to explain that. Now it's half Nelson around the head of Stavely Mowry. So there you go. Mowry now with the tripod stand up, and he slides, trying to get to his feet. Van D working a spiral ride. Mowry now with his head up. Van D throws a half Nelson in. Mowry all the way up to his feet. Let's see if we get potentially dangerous as Van D has his left leg trapped inside of Stavely Mowry's right leg. And now a half Nelson by Van D. Mowry's got to get that half Nelson peeled off. And we've got a bloody nose here by Van D. As the cotton came out, he's going to go back to the blood corner. Coach Voss is talking to his youngster about keeping his head up, which, if you're getting a half Nelson, Jamie, you got to fight that off.
Yeah, and you got to, the quickest way to do that is, we talk about it all the time, is come up immediately off the whistle, grab the hands, and get the escape. So many times I think you see kids try to be so technical about coming up and, thinking about what they're doing. But a lot of times, if you just explode out from underneath and you're quicker than your opponent of getting the first move before he stops it, if you catch him off guard and you're that quick, there's no way anybody should be able to hold you down.
Well, you're exactly right, and I think that's what Coach Voss and Litter in the corner once again for the youngster here. Stavely Mowry's going to take a peek at the clock. He knows he's up 3-0, and now he's really got to get going. As there's the start. Got 1:08 left to go in this match. As Van D starts on the left, quickly goes to the right. He's got a deep thigh ride with the left. Comes with that half Nelson. This time Mowry reaches up, peels the half Nelson. He's to his feet. He's working some hand control. There's a lifting return by Van D. Once again, Van D tries to throw that half Nelson in on the right side of Stavely Mowry. And Mowry's doing a good job keeping himself long and wide. He's got his head up now. Got to keep wrestling here, Jamie. We talked about building the lead, sitting on the lead, protecting the lead. So Van D throws a cross body right in on Stavely Mowry. He gets a little bit high. Let's see if Mowry can straighten that leg and kick Van D off. Van D trying to throw the double legs in. He's got the double legs in. Now he's got a power half Nelson in. He's going to try to crank Stavely Mowry to his back. 25 seconds left to go. Mowry showing some flexibility with that left shoulder. 20 seconds left to go. Looking for potentially dangerous, but the referee's going to let Van D crank on that left shoulder. 14 seconds left to go. Stavely Mowry up. 3-0. 11 seconds left to go. And now we're going to get warning against Mowry. We're 5 seconds away from this dual meet being tied up. And the Hawks are going to win a close match here and get another payback match there, Jamie, with a hard-fought 3-0 win there by Stavely Mowry.
Yeah, nice job by Stavely holding on. It's about time the Hawks win one of those matches. But I tell you what, we've gone through 6 matches here tonight, and we're tied up 9-9.
9-8 on the scoreboard. Should be 9-9. A featured match right here. A couple of ranked wrestlers at weight class 132. We've got Jalen Schropp. This is a rematch of the championship match, I believe, Jamie, from the Bend Community Tournament, where Phillips won a very hard-fought match. I think it was 3-2 or 4-3, or it was a very close match. 6-4, 5-2. So, a couple of the area's best wrestlers here. Schropp 27-2. And I'm not sure what Phillips' record is, but it's very close to that. So this will be a very strategically wrestled match here, with Schropp hoping to get the payback on Phillips, and Phillips hoping to give the Hawks the first lead of this duel. The Hawks have not led, which is hasn't happened, I don't think, all year, Jamie.
No, it's not too often. I think first duel of the season, maybe, the Hawks lost the opening match against Waverly Shell Rock, and I don't remember how the first match went at the Battle of Waterloo and their other loss, but, right now, this is kind of odd seeing Ryan Phillips. He's wrestled a minute and hasn't had a takedown yet. That's been kind of his MO all season long, is getting to the legs early in a match and getting himself on top 2-0.
Well, you're exactly right, and sometimes you wrestle this very strategically wrestling match here, and you just kind of, you're looking for an opening, and you got somebody. There's a nice long shot by Phillips, and Schropp was right there. Phillips shot at the right leg of Schropp. Schropp's leading with that right leg, and as Phillips shot, now Phillips back in on. There's a nice double by Phillips. Boy, missed a half. Nelson had it. Did you see that, Jamie?
Yeah, it was there.
had an opportunity for a half Nelson, a quick half Nelson, but he couldn't quite get his hips on the right side and throw it in, but he picked up a very important 2-point takedown with 18 seconds left. And I like the explosiveness of Ryan Phillips right there.
Yeah, and he's one that, he's kind of he's the model if you're going to show a kid what to do when you get in on the legs. Ryan Phillips is that one hawk you can point to and say, this is how you finish, and not sit around underneath to there's no two there.
No two there. Wiped it off. Now there's two with 1 second left to go.
So you got to gave him the reversal, but Ryan Phillips fought it off. He waved off the reversal, and then he ended up getting the reversal. So after one period, we're tied up 2-2. Nice little flurry of action there between these two.
And what Phillips did, Schropp came to a stand-up, and Ryan Phillips dropped in on a double, and Schropp came to a switch off of that on the return. So Phillips with a nice knee slide.
He chooses down to start the second
Yes,
period.
indeed. Comes right up to an outside stand-up, then to a knee slide, and Schropp sure would have been nice going in that second period with a 2-0 lead instead of tied up at 2-2, but Ryan Phillips can score a lot of points in a short amount of time here. Again, our dual meet score is tied up 9-9, 6 matches. It is 3-3. There's a half Nelson by Schropp with an inside wrist. Had Ryan Phillips going to his shoulder, to his right shoulder, and he quickly had to bail out of that as Schropp using his leverage. Schropp is very long and lean here with a lot of leverage. And I'm telling you what, Jamie, he uses that leverage to his advantage of cranking that half Nelson.
Yeah, he does. And, Ryan Phillips, again, right now he's got to create some motion. He's kind of sitting there with his head on the mat right now. You got to come up, get hand control, and get away, because you don't want to let a good wrestler like Jalen Schropp have you in a position where your head's on the mat. Give him an opportunity to tie something up.
Yeah, and we know Ryan Phillips, this is not his best position, but he's nice up to his feet, and he's going to try to split the hands of Schropp and stay on the mat, and Schropp's going to bump him off, and we're going to go back to the middle 46 seconds. Got to at least score one right here, Jamie. At least score one, so you go to that third period. It's going to be Schropp's choice if he deferred over to Phillips. Phillips now is going to stand up. He's going to turn into Schropp. Schropp's going to reach down and pick up that left leg of Ryan Phillips. Phillips now in a hard wizard. Should be stalling right there, Jamie, as Schropp now is holding Phillips up. Phillips is going to backtrip Phillips. 30 seconds left to go. Phillips now back into a stand-up, outside stand-up. Schropp's going to reach underneath the left arm across to the right arm. Now a half Nelson by Schropp. Spiral ride with the left, half Nelson with the spiral ride, half in the thigh with the right, half Nelson with the left. And 13 seconds left to go. And Ryan Phillips needs one in the worst way right here, but he's not going to get it, I don't think, as Schropp is up on top, right in that half Nelson cup. 3 seconds left, and it's going to be a 2-2 match going to period number 3. Schropp's choice is going to go down.
That'll be Ryan Phillips' turn to go to work on top here. As Schropp is he's one of those funky kids underneath. We saw that in the first period, the way he got that reversal. So, Ryan Phillips has to do a good job again, breaking him down and then going to work on his positions where he's comfortable on top.
And Schropp has good hand control right now, and Phillips is going to cut across. Schropp trying to come to that switch, and Phillips is going to cut across and dump Schropp on his right hip. Now he's got to go up and attack that free arm. The free arm, the right arm of Jalen Schropp is his free arm. If he can chop that right arm, he's kind of got his head caught underneath, and here comes Schropp with that switch. He's very good in this position. Phillips trying to stay low. There's a nice job. We're going to get a stalemate right there by our official. 1:16 left to go. Schropp very good in that switch position. There's a stand-up now by Schropp. Let's see if he scores one here. Front trip. Here comes Schropp in that switch again. Phillips is going to cast himself over. Schropp's going to try to hit that switch. Phillips tries a high leg over. Schropp's going to come out the back door. And he's probably going to pick up two here, Jamie. There's a 2-point reversal. Boy, got to cut him loose right there. Now Schropp goes to work on a tilt on Phillips. Phillips has significant hit by. There's a defensive fall right there as Phillips had Schropp on his back. Phillips trying to come over the top. It's going to be locked hands on Schropp. It's going to be locked hands on Schropp. They got to sit the Williamsburg coaches down. It's got to be locked hands on Schropp. 1 point Phillips. Boy, that was a defensive foul almost right there, Jamie, for Ryan Phillips. Hotly contested match here. 41 seconds to go. It's 4-3. Phillips is going to try to score one here. Schropp doing a great job riding. Phillips is going to try to roll out of it. A switch by Phillips. Let's see if he can turn this into points. It's going to turn it into one. Going to tie this thing up at 4-4. 25 seconds left to go in the match. What a match here. The Orange and Black faithful are finally alive across the way. We've got the host Williamsburg Raiders fan. There's a long shot. High crotch by Phillips. He's in deep. Let's see if he can score two here. Got to be careful not to give up two. Phillips is going to try to high leg over Schropp. And Schropp's got the head of Phillips trapped underneath. Phillips tries to high leg out 6 seconds. Looking for two is Ryan Phillips. Not going to get it. Not going to get it right there. We're going to overtime.
Yeah, great job. Great effort here by Ryan Phillips. Now you got to go back to work on your offense, on your feet, get the takedown and win it.
Well, it was a long shot by Phillips. It's in deep. Let's see if he can elevate. He's going to try to come through the legs of Schropp. Schropp is a good scrambler. Phillips is going to go over the top, through the legs. Schropp hangs on to the left ankle of Ryan Phillips, and we're going to get a quick stalemate right there. That was a very quick stalemate by official. Coach Bob wanted a little bit more of a scramble there. Phillips staggered stance. There's another long shot by Phillips. He's in deep. He's got to find him with carry. He's got to come around the waist. Schropp's trying to block him off. Schropp's a good wrestler in this position. Phillips trying to get his head to the outside, and Schropp's going to keep shooting. Phillips is going to go up around the head of Schropp. He's got to get his right arm across the hip of Jalen Schropp. Schropp's going to recover. Phillips is going to go to a double leg takedown. Once again, Schropp finds the edge. That's 3 good shots by Phillips. You got to continue that. 18 seconds left to go here. If Ryan Phillips has one more good shot and we take the long shot with 18 seconds left to go, he's trying to end this thing. Take a long shot as Ryan Phillips. Got to be careful. That shot's trying to hit the corner. Scramble. There's two there. Can't be two there as the official calls two. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. That brings Coach Phillips to the table. That brings Coach Phillips to the table there. Yeah. And I don't think we're going to get any help there at all.
He's not
this is going to call that. It's going to be a hard-fought win there by Schropp. And we got the scorekeeper. We got the Tempest line in the gymnasium here, Jamie. We got the scorekeeper for Williamsburg was up in the bleachers and off his feet, and
well, that's been a problem for a while. That's kind of a.
He kicked the cord loose on the scoreboard too.
That over here, that's a position kind of where you're sitting in a position where you can't. It's hard not to be a fan in that situation, but you can't be a fan in that situation.
So, and we'll see if we get that taken care of there. Now, Coach Ritchie's going to come in between, come over here, and Coach Ritchie, the fine football coach here from Williamsburg, is going to come over here and make sure he's going to be in charge of crowd control right there. As our scorekeeper got excited there and got up out of his chair, and he kicked the cords loose and knocked all the clocks off, Jamie.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You in his position, you can't be a fan in that position. You got a job to do. You're running the scoreboard. That's your job as a scorekeeper. Is to that you've got a job to do. You can't be jumping up and down kicking scoreboards off. But anyway, Williamsburg is going to take a 12-9 lead here. That's going to bring us up to 138. It's going to be Jaden Payton taking on Cam Royster.
So Cam Royster is 13-22. Again, 7 matches down. There's been no bonus points. Cam Royster in on a shot. Now watch that knee there. Now watch that knee. Royster in on a single. Hard whizzer by Payton.
As Jaden Payton finished second at the Benton Community Tournament, Royster finished in 8th place.
So this is one where there's another long single shot by Royster. He's in deep. Payton's sitting on his right hip. Jaden Payton sitting on his right hip, and now he's through the crotch and locked up. Quick stalemate there by our official. And Jaden Payton's got to keep that right leg. He's leading with that right leg, and Royster's been 2 for 2 on his shot to the right leg. Now there's Payton in with the double. And he's going to try to finish that double, and he does. He's going to go up quickly 2-0. That was just a nice finish there by the freshman from West Delaware. Got in on that double, cut the corner, and then made it count for 2.
Yeah, nice job there. Not Royster's. He's already shown in this match that he's out here kind of letting it fly here, and those 2 early shots that he got in on Jaden Payton, he did a great job, just couldn't finish. But that's what I like what Jaden Payton did there, wasting no time getting in and finishing.
He's trying to set up a cross-face cradle here, and Jamie, what the Williamsburg Raiders have done well tonight is they have been well coached and well schooled, as they have not let the Hawks score any points off that front headlock and off their cross-face cradle and butcher series. The Williamsburg Raiders have done a good job. There's a hard cross-face by Payton, and that's going to cost them a point. That's going to cost 1 point right there, I believe. 1 point for Royster. As Payton brought that cross-face in. Didn't think it was that far out, but referee thought it was a long way out. So now it's 2-1. Royster now with the stand-up. Payton's going to scoop that right arm and hook a chicken wing out of it. He's got 10 seconds left to go. He'll try to hook the double chicken wing out of it as he jumps from the right side over to the left side. And that's again what the Raiders have done. Once the Hawks have loaded those chicken wings up, Jamie, the Raiders have gone belly down.
Yeah, they have. That's not letting the Hawks get where they're comfortable, and that's when you're able to do that, it really kind of that takes away almost the entire offense of some of these Hawk wrestlers, because the Hawks are so good in that chicken wing series. Hey, you take that away from them, and you really have a hard time of. You have a hard time. A nice job by Jaden Payton as Royster slipped. Jaden Payton did a nice job lunging after him and jumping on top of him. Takes a 5-1 lead here.
Payton now trying to lock that crossface cradle up. Again, he comes a hard crossface from left to right. And boy, that caught the left cheek and the bridge of the nose of Cam Royster. Payton trying to lock that. He's got the crossface locked up. We'll kick and dump Royster. Once again, Royster finds the edge of the mat there. And the Hawks have big points lined up. The Raiders have done a great job of finding the edge of the mat. And Royster gets up, and I like the intensity and the physicality of the young freshman from West Delaware.
Yeah, that's Jaden Payton. He comes out there, and I'm not sure where you're seeing the intensity and in the look of him, because he's always so even keeled. His emotion very rarely changes. That's one thing I give him credit for in that championship match against Caleb Olensack of Perry last week was, he came out and, go to overtime. He just had that that stoic look on his face of, I can do this. And, that's what I like about watching Jaden Payton.
So he's up 5-1 right now, and he puts the deep half Nelson in on Royster and goes, tries to start cranking that half Nelson, and he's got that left arm way above, and I'll tell you what, our official had to stop it. Take a stand up by Royster. And again, Payton comes with that hard crossface from this time right to left. And Royster up on all fours. Payton's going to throw a cross body right in with 37 seconds left. Again, no bonus points from any match so far. No falls in our 7 matches. And the Raiders are up 12-9. And we talked about it on our way down. We knew it would be this kind of a match here, kind of a dual meet, back and forth, back and forth. 17 seconds left to go. Cam Royster, there's that half Nelson again by Jaden Payton on the left side. He's trying to drive it, and let's try to load Royster up. And Royster is just going to go belly down one more time. I'd like to see a stall call out of Royster, as Payton is being very physical in that position. One red. Oh. He's calling pulling the shirt on, and that's the disadvantage of wearing those shirts, Jamie. That shirt got caught. Jaden Payton was trying to run that half Nelson, and that shirt got caught and rolled up and the official called official's not sure whose choice it is. It's going to be Royster's choice, and he will choose down. Jaden Payton is
losing control quickly. So it's going to be Royster's going to choose down. Jaden Payton is going to intentionally release him, and now you might see Jaden Payton wake up here a little bit, and maybe you might see a little change of space here by Jaden Payton. He was questioning that call on Royster. He's going to get the takedown, cuts him loose. Now 7-4.
Well, we're doing varsity on both matches now, Jamie, as the Cale Meyer is up. He's taking on Garrett Jensen, who's a senior at 30-6. And I believe they wrestled also. Did they wrestle at Benton Community?
Hard to say. We covered
that's like the
3 teams down there.
Yep.
Cale Meyer lost to Garrett Jensen 8-5.
And there's a double-leg takedown by Jensen. If he gets in deep on Cale Meyer and scores a 2-point takedown, so Meyer's going to have to get to work here. Meyer had a single on Jensen and couldn't quite finish it, so Jensen gets the payback shot right there when it counts. Cale Meyer now working. Jensen's riding a spiral ride with his left and a half Nelson with his right. And that's frustrated the West Delaware Hawks here. So, And
over here, here's Royster in on a long shot on Jaden Payton. Jaden leads at 9-5 here. He picks up another takedown and released Royster loose again. Just a minute left to go here. So Jaden Payton now off that long shot by Royster, trying to cut the corner and pick up a takedown of his own.
There's a caution against Cale Meyer for starting early here.
Now Payton looks like he might try to lock up a leg cradle here. He's got and now he's just going to come around back and pick up a 2-point takedown. So Jaden Payton goes up 11-5 here. 30 seconds left to go.
A chill attempt by Jensen. Cale Meyer on his back, and he's going to pick up 2-point near fall, I believe, as Cale Meyer came to a switch, and he latched onto the left leg of Jensen, and Jensen just collapsed on his hip, trapped the left arm of Cale Meyer, and filled it to his back, and he picked up 2. So now Garrett Jensen is up 4-0.
Long shot by Royster, 11-6, 13 seconds left to go. Royster in deep on Jaden Payton, as 11-6 is our score. Jaden Payton needed 2 takedowns, but I don't think he's going to get it. And that's how this match is going to end. Jaden Payton is going to tie this duel up once again with an 11-6 win over Cam Royster. So the dual meet is tied 12-12. That'll bring Mitchell Mangold to the varsity mat for West Delaware.
Mick Moravec, as Garrett Jensen takes his choice, and he's going to choose down. He's up 4-0. Takedown, and a 2-point near fall for Jensen.
Nick Maravets went 0-2 at that Bent Community Invitation. Here's Mitchell Mangold in on front headlock, trying to come around. He's going to pick up a 2-point takedown. As Mangold going quickly to work on top here.
Nice breakdown by Cale Meyer as Jensen tried to come to a switch, and Cale Meyer went deep waist near ankle and drove Jensen forward. Now he's got Jensen belly down, and high thigh ride. Jensen's going to kick out of it, and Meyer's got to go to work. He needs some back points here as Jensen scored 2 and 2 in that first period, and Cale Meyer's in a bit of a hole here against Garrett Jensen.
Mangold with a 2-0 lead, a minute 20 left. He's got a cradle locked up on Nick Maravets. As Mangold has it locked up, Fischel down looking for the fall. There it is. He's flat on his back, and they're going to go off the edge of the mat. It'll be a 3-point near fall for Mitchell Mangold. He goes up 5-0.
Well, Cale Meyer had Garrett Jensen on his back for 1,001 1.5, 1 3/4, 1 7/8 count, and now we're going to get a caution against Jensen. Couldn't quite get the full 2 count there as they went off the edge of the mat, so back to the middle they go.
And Mitchell Mangold back to the center of the mat. 1 minute left to go here in period number 1. Leading 5-0 after a takedown and a 3-point near fall. Now he's looking to try to stack Maravets up. Now he's going to get a wing in on the left side of Nick Maravets. Trying to turn him over. Now he's going to get the wing and hook the head with the knee is Mitchell Mangold. trying to get the fall for the Hawks again here. He's going to get a 2-point near fall. Kept the wing on the left side as Maravitz rolled off his back. Now Mangel's going to try to come out front. Got to come out and try to run this again here. As the Hawks have had plenty of opportunities to get balls here tonight, but credit Williamsburg tonight for fighting off their backs. Now a 2-point near fall is awarded for Mangold. He goes up 7-0 here, 15 seconds left to go, first period.
Jamie, I'm not sure where Garrett Jensen picked up that extra point there. They've got 5-0 on the scoreboard.
Did he give him 3 near fall in that first period?
No, I only gave him 2. It's 4-0 after the first period. And Kelmeyer's been riding top. Kelmeyer's been on top for this whole 2 minutes here.
Mangold's choice. He'll defer as we go to the second period. He leads 7-1, and Maravitz picked up a 1-point escape to end that first period. So Maravitz will choose down here to start the second.
So Kelmeyer will choose neutral. They got 5-0 up on the scoreboard. We're going to the third period, and Kelmeyer is down 5-0. He's really got some work to do here against a very good senior. Garrett Jensen is a senior at 30-6. So Kel Myers needs a couple of takedowns here and some back points as he's working a 2-on-1. Meyer very aggressive on his feet here. And we'll see if he can turn Jensen and get a takedown. There's a nice sweet single by Meyer. He's been deep. He cuts across to a double. Got to get that single up. He's got it up. Now he's going to try to front trip. There's 2 there off the edge of the mat. Good finish. Off the edge of the mat as the supporting point came down, and Jensen's going to survive here. A long single shot by Jensen, front headlock by Meyer. So he's been very tough in this position. See if he can cast himself around. There's a 2-point. Cut him again. Kel Meyer, cut him again. 1:20 left to go. Jensen's going to belly down and play the turtle here, Kel Meyer. There's a suck back by Kel Meyer. No back points there as Jensen's going to cover up. Kel Meyer up on top, looking for back points, and Jensen's going to be content. He's up 5-2. Kel Meyer's going to have to cut him here. And they're trying to set up that cross-face cradle as Kel Meyer. Now a whip over cow catcher. There's a 1-point escape by Jensen, 51 seconds.
Mangold working on a butcher, but Maravitz does a good job of fighting off his back there. But still 7-1 in favor of Mitchell Mangold.
2-point takedown by Meyer. Got to cut him loose. Got to cut him loose again, Kel Meyer. 7-4, 35 seconds. He wasted a lot of time right there, Jamie. There's a double by Kel Meyer in deep, and this match is going to end just like it ended at Benton Community. He's got to finish tough here. Did the same thing, got behind, and then he had a flurry in that third period. There's a 6-2 by Meyer. He's looking for a double. 19 seconds left to go. Kel Meyer trying to finish this takedown and close the gap here, but Jensen again staying long and strong. There's a Meyer with the knee slide. He's going to try to step through and hip toss Jensen, and Jensen's going to back out of it. 5 seconds. There's a reshot by Jensen. 2 seconds left to go, and that's how it's going to end. 7-4. Garrett Jensen will win that match again. So Jensen 2-0 on Kel Meyer.
Go to the third period now here with Mitchell Mangold as he rode out. Got a stalling call. Working side to side, got a stalling call on top in that second period. It'll be Mangold's choice to start the third, and he's going to choose down. Jared Voss up for the Hawks. Riley Holt finished in 5th place at Bet Community. Jared Voss, the runner-up.
So another great match here. We talked about 2 great teams going at it here, Jamie. You've got Mitchell Mangold spying. Jared Voss
going to get a 2-point reversal, so he goes up 9-1. So he has a major decision here. See if he can hold it or maybe go for more and get a fall here. But Maravitz has done a good job of fighting off everything that Mangold. Now stuck back by Mangold, a roll through by Maravitz. So again, the Hawks not unable to get any near fall points.
Trying to hold a sophomore at 25-11. Having a great season. 1:18 left to go. Slide by attempt by Holt. And Voss easily counters that as he squares up with him. Slide by attempt by Voss. And Holt's going to square him off. Voss now forward pressure. There's a nice low shot by Voss on Holt. Let's see if he can finish it. He's going to try to lift that left ankle. Holt's going to try to spin out of it. Voss going to dive in. There's two. Should be two right there by Voss. There's a 2-point takedown. Very good. Thank you very much. Got a little help from the Orange and Black faithful across the way. Nice finish there by Voss. That's action we go. There's going to be a caution. I see more cautions here tonight, Jamie.
Well, I think that should go to tell you. If you see that many cautions, Mangold's going to give up an escape with 20 seconds left in this period. He's going to have to get going here. He's got to get a takedown in order to keep the major decision. 9-1 or 9-2, Mangold leads.
Still no bonus point wins here tonight in this match. Holt's going to go down.
Mangold in on a shot, trying to finish here with 3 seconds left. Two for Mangold. He's going to win it 11-2 in a major decision for Mitchell Mangold. Is going to give the Hawks their first lead of this dual meet, 16-15.
Jared Voss up on top now of Riley Holt, riding tough, 26 seconds. He's got an inside wrist on the left and a deep thigh ride with the right. Now he's going to go up over the top with the right and try to go double inside wrist, maybe set up a chicken wing here.
Move up to 170. It'll be Wyatt Volker. He'll take on Gage Hayes in favor.
So Voss now with a hard cross face on Holt from left to right, trying to set up that cross face cradle. And that's going to do it for period number 1, 2 lead for Voss.
These two did not wrestle at the Benton Community Invitational, as Volker at 170 finished in third place. Hayes in favor Wyatt Volker pinned Gage Hayes in favor in the consolation semifinals, as Volker finished third. Hayes in favor finished fifth.
The Granby roll attempt by Holt, nicely followed by Voss. Voss is going to throw a cross body ride in on the left side of Holt. And then now go double inside wrist. So Voss is in control here as he has Riley Holt belly down. The sophomore from Williamsburg has him belly down. Voss coming in with a hard cross face now, trying to set up that cross face cradle. And again, the Raiders have done a fantastic job taking away the offense of the West Delaware Hawks up on top.
What I was saying with the cautions earlier, Roger, when you notice our official here on the black mat, I think he waits just a half a second longer than these wrestlers are used to, and they're starting and trying to go while he's waiting that extra half second. I think that's really caught a lot of these wrestlers off guard here. So over here on the red mat, still no score with Volker and Hayes in favor. 33 seconds left to go as they go out of bounds.
Off the mat on the black mat at 160. There's that Granby roll by Holt. He's going to pick up a 1-point escape. It's now 2-1 with a minute left to go. And Riley Holt on the move here.
Snap by Volker. He's going to catch Hayes in favor. He's got a cradle locked up. He's got 2 in near fall. 10 seconds left to go, first period. Wyatt Volker looking for a fall. He's going to get a 3 near fall. 5 seconds left to go. Wyatt Volker looking for the fall, and he's not going to get it. He's got 2 and 3. I think the fall was there a couple times in that chain of events, but Wyatt Volker is going to take a 5-0 lead into the second period.
Well, there was a lot of orange and black that saw the fall from where they were sitting too, Jamie. In the meantime, Jared Voss with a John Smith single to the right ankle of Riley Holt. He's trying to come out the back door with 16 seconds left to go. He's going to sit back. Might have a fall here against Holt. He's going to come up with 2 and 2. Jamie,
there's a lateral drop by Wyatt Volker. Count near fall as throws Gage Hayes in favor off the edge of the mat. A reversal, and they're going to go out of bounds. And Volker was out of bounds, 2 and 3. So Wyatt Volker get the score right. It should be 10-0. It's going to be a reversal and 3 near fall. Should be 10-0 in favor of Wyatt Volker.
In the meantime, Riley Holt is going to go to the blood corner as Jared Voss being very physical right now, and he is up 4-1. It was a beautiful John Smith single right to the laces, and then once again came through, and Coach Len's over there in the corner helping our scorekeepers out. Anyway, Voss shot that low single, Jamie, came right up through the backside, kept his head up, and he was looking for the fall off of that. Just that textbook position there by the sophomore from West Delaware.
So they do get it right. I don't know where the 1 point came from. There shouldn't be 10-1. They have it 10-1. It should be 10-0, unless, because if there was an escape, Volker chose down. I think he's gonna figure it out. So if they're either 10-0 or 12-0 or 11-0. There we go. So they're going to give Volker an escape, a takedown, and a 3 near fall. Makes the score 11-0.
So, all right. In the meantime, we got the blood time. We got the blood time out here. We're third period here with Boss up 4-1 in a very physical match here at weight class 160 with Riley Holt, who's 25-11.
So it'll be Volker on top, minute 35 left to go, leading 11-0. A switch attempt by Hayes in favor. It's going to be a 2-point reversal. Another lateral drop from Wyatt Volker. A reversal by Volker makes it 13-2, and now he's picking up near fall points. He could switch off to a headlock here. He will. So Wyatt Volker in a headlock finish here. There's the fall. Our official down looks is close. Wyatt Volker pinching. There can't be much room under the left shoulder of Gage Hayes in favor right now. Volker trying to settle in. As our official again down looking close. Volker trying to finish in a headlock with a headlock here. There's the fall. Wyatt Volker with the fall. At 3:05, Wyatt Volker will put the Hawks up 22-15.
And over on the mat, we got blood time again with Riley Holt as Jared Boss takes a 7-1 lead here, courtesy of an escape and a takedown. And he's opened this up. He's created some distance right here at weight class 160.
First fall of this dual meet comes at 170 pounds. Just 2 matches left. Up on the red mat, it'll be Jack Newhouse, and he'll be taking on Max Mead. Max Mead. Newhouse finished, I believe he finished as the runner-up in the Jerry Eckenrod. He did. Mead finished in 8th place. Quick 2-point takedown for Jack Newhouse.
And over on the black mat, Holt gets the blood stopped again, and 104 left in the match. Jared Boss up 7-1. And you got to be thinking bonus points here, Jamie. If you're Jared Boss.
How many? Does he just have the 2 takedowns yet?
Yeah. Yep.
Jack Newhouse quickly goes back to work. Minute and a half. He's got a bar arm on the left, trying to bring it around on the back of Max Mead. After these two, our last match will be Jordan Brees for the Hawks. See if he takes on Tyler Portwood or not.
There's a nice turn by Boss. He's got Holt in trouble. Holt's trying to go belly down, a chicken wing and an inside wrist by Boss. He's going over the top now from right to left, and he's going to try to snap back Holt to his back. 19 seconds left to go in the match. Jared Boss up 7-1, trying to get 2 more here. He's close, 11 seconds to go, and Holt wiggles his right arm out. Here comes a hard crossface by Boss. Boss, no let up here in this kid, ladies and gentlemen, as he's looking for a bonus point as he goes crossface left, crossface right. That's going to do it. 7-1 win by Jared Boss. Nice win there by the sophomore from West Delaware. They'll put the Hawks up 28-15. 25-15. 25-15. With 2 matches left. The 2 matches out on the mat.
This is Tyler Portwood. The Hawks win any of these matches. Here's a takedown for Newhouse. He's got a drive cradle locked up. Should be the fall. Our official. There's the fall. Jack Newhouse. In 141, Jack Newhouse is going to get the fall. That'll put the Hawks up 31-15, and they will win this dual meet.
Well, Jordan Brees is trying to put an exclamation point on it right now, Jamie, with a 7-second takedown over Tyler Portwood. He's a sophomore. Brees trying to load up that cross-face cradle. He's got it locked up, and Portwood trying to make himself long here. Brees is going to pop over to the left side. He's going to scoop that. Trying to scoop that left ankle. He's going to roll Portwood across his back. He's got the cross-face cradle locked up. That could do it right there as the referee down looking. Brees has that locked up tight. You got to let that left shoulder of Portwood drop to the mat. It's almost too tight. He's got it locked up, but it's going to end up in a submission hold there. He's going to just get his 3-near fall. There's the fall right there. 49 seconds. Jordan Breeze, 49 seconds. Puts an exclamation point on this match here tonight with a 49-second fall over Tyler Portwood, making the score 37 to 15. Wow, we knew it would be a good one, and it was. We're going to take a short time out, catch our breath, and Jamie will come back with his recap. You won't want to miss it. Stay tuned for it. You've been listening to Hold by Hold Wrestling right here on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team. The Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
J&D Catering and Suites in New Vienna provides exceptional handcrafted food, whether a cocktail buffet, formal dinner, or a themed event. Let Diane and her staff create a customized menu sure to wow your guests. They offer an extensive specialty cupcake and cake menu. Call or check them out on Facebook. Let J&D Catering and Suites set your next special event above the rest.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory-certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at 4browns.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
You expect big hits on the field, but not on the road. So when the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all of your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop in Dyersville.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
Put a little south in your mouth at Rockin' 5K Barbecue Shack in Manchester. You can't go wrong with any of their melt-in-your-mouth menu options. Dine in or call ahead for carry-out. Book them today to cater your next event. Rockin' 5K Barbecue Shack in Manchester.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
High-Tech Communications is your local service provider for telephone systems, fire detection, audio, video, security and surveillance systems, wiring, and more. High-Tech has decades of experience in the industry. Contact High-Tech at 563-927-4936, online at hightechcommunications.us. High-Tech Communications, changing your world with technology.
Back into Williamsburg, along with in-studio producer Ashley Bick. Jamie Vaskey, Roger Reed, back along with you as the Hawks victorious in this dual meet. It wasn't easy, but the Hawks get the victory, 37-15 over the Williamsburg Raiders. And let's do a recap. That was a fun duel. As we started at 220 pounds, it was Billy Grout of Williamsburg with a 5-3 win over Ben Petland of West Delaware. And at heavyweight, Williamsburg went up 6. It was Cole Creemans with a 4-3 win over Carson Petland. That made it 6-0. Williamsburg at 106 pounds. At 106 pounds, Blake Engel with a 10-4 win over Titan Guerrero made it 6-3. Williamsburg extended their lead again to 9-3 with Caden Grip with a 5-3 win over Luke Farmer of West Delaware. 120 pounds, Evan Woods avenging a loss last 2 weeks ago at the Benton Community Tournament as he defeated Chase Malloy 8-3. That made it 9-6. Williamsburg. Stavely Mowry tied the duel at 9 as he avenged the loss from Sam Van D at Benton Community, winning 3-0. That tied the duel at 9. 132 was Jalen Schropp with a 6-4 win over Ryan Phillips, in overtime. That made it 12-9 Williamsburg. Jaden Payton tied the duel again at 12 with an 11-6 win over Cam Royster. At 145, Garrett Jensen defeated Cale Myers 7-4. That put Williamsburg up 15-12, and that would be the last time they would lead as Mitchell Mangold with an 11-2 major decision over Nick Maravitz. At 160, Jared Voss with a 7-1 win over Riley Holt. Made it 19-15 Hawks. Wyatt Volker with a fall and 3:05 to over Gage Hazen's favor. At 182 is Jack Newhouse with a 1-minute 41-second fall over Max Mead. And at 195, it was Jordan Breeze with a 49-second fall over Tyler Portwood, making the final team score 37-15 in favor of the Hawks. In that dual meet, the Hawks had 27 takedowns, 5 for Williamsburg. West Delaware had 1 major decision, Williamsburg 0. Hawks had 3 falls, Williamsburg was 0, and the Hawks won 9 matches. Williamsburg won just 5. West Delaware head coach Jeff Voss joining us now. And Coach Voss, let's start with that South Tama duel as you guys came out. And in that first duel, looked really well. You know, got out on the board early. And what I liked, again, with this duel meet tonight, you guys are getting the first takedown. And it's so key to just give yourself that lead and give you some confidence moving forward, and got the 63-10 win.
Yeah, you know, I thought we came out a little bit flat here in that first duel. I mean, we won the matches that, you know, I thought we were going to win. But I don't know. I just we've come down here and not wrestled very well in the past. And it's, you know, but it's how you respond, and I thought the guys responded well coming in the second duel, and I know they'll respond next week as well. So it's you know, South Tama, they're a young team, and they're going to get a lot better as those young guys progress, and so a lot of excitement tonight, Jamie.
You're telling us, as of course you mentioned to me a couple weeks ago that Williamsburg had placed higher than you guys at 6 weight. Had a couple head-to-head matchups that you've got to be real happy seeing that we turned on those ones. Evan Woods and Stavely Mowry, for example, kind of avenging losses at that Benton Community Tournament and turning those into wins. And that's so huge for you guys, especially the way that dual meet was going. You couldn't really afford to fall behind anymore. And those two back-to-back avenging those losses, that was really impressive.
Yeah, we knew there were going to be some tight matches, and you know, those guys are hard to score points on, and I think we can do some things to maybe try to score more points in some of the matches. But you know, Williamsburg's a good team. I think they were like 20-3 coming in, and the duels they lost were early in the year, and they got their lineup set together now, and they're a real good dual meet team. And I was just happy the way our kids kind of dealt with a little bit of adversity out there, and they kept their heads pretty well, and there were some great matches. So. You know, I told the kids 2 weeks ago after the Benton tournament, this was going to be our toughest test before the regional duels, and you know, it's what it was. So it was a good dual meet.
Well, then you'd like to say rely on your leadership at the end of the duel, but leadership didn't come necessarily from upperclassmen at the end, as some of the younger classmen. You know, Jared coming in. Well, starting with Mitchell Mangold, Jared Voss, Wyatt Volker, Jack Newhouse, and of course. Two seniors in Mangold and Brees ending that duel. But kind of, you mentioned that adversity, and those were guys that you rely on to come in and kind of be the stoppers in that momentum that Williamsburg.
Well, you know, duels are all matchups, and I knew we had pretty good matchups from 52 on up. It was those middle weights and then the last 2 weights where, you know, they had placed above us or had beaten us. And, you know, when Evan and Stavely won their matches. Those were big wins for the dual meets. And, I knew Phillips was going to have a dogfight, and it was. It was a great match. And, so we won kind of the matches that we were favored in and pulled a couple out that maybe we weren't. And, that's what a good high school dual meet's all about. We can't go in everywhere and score 63-10. There's teams out there that are tough that want to wrestle us, and Williamsburg's one of them. And we needed that coming into the final stretch in these dual meets.
Well, you guys turn your attention, hopefully, to the Louisa Muscatine tournament. Weather pending, of course, with the snow coming in tomorrow. That's when you guys got into that tournament, it was a loaded tournament. But now you give some of your guys that maybe are having in the past have been having a rough stretch, an opportunity to a smaller tournament, 8 teams or 8-man brackets anyway, and just give those guys an opportunity, not so much rest or relax, but really give them maybe some confidence going into the Walmack and sectional.
Yeah, and West Liberty and Cedar Rapids Kennedy got two really, they got two real good teams. So it's not like you're going down there and just walking through the thing. There's going to be some great individuals from West Liberty and Cedar Rapids Kennedy. I think Louisa is, they got 4 or 5 good kids, and but it's a good tournament to go down and wrestle some teams that we normally don't see. Like Waco and some of them schools. I know nothing about them, so it's just a good change of pace, a good change of scenery for us.
Well, I was supposed to mention Jeff Harris would never kick the power plug in for the scoreboard at a home pool, so we've always got him, and when it comes to situations like that.
We love our home cooking, Jamie.
All right, Coach Voss, thanks, and best of luck.
All right, thank you.
West Delaware head wrestling coach Jeff Voss. Here as we wrap it all up, Roger, as we get ready for we're done for the week as far as wrestling coverage. Our next wrestling coverage will be next Thursday as West Delaware will be home against Independence. Tomorrow night, again, that's also weather pending tomorrow night. John Swisher and Bill Logan will be at Marion as that game starting at 6 o'clock. Moving it up, the freshmen sophomores will play at 4:30 in 2 gyms at Marion. Varsity will get underway at 6:30. So, Roger, good job and a good win by the Hawks tonight.
Well, it was a lot of fun, and we knew coming down here, talking down here, that this was going to be a lot of fun, and it was. We knew the Hawks were going to be highly favored in the dual meet against South Tama, but we knew that second dual meet against Williamsburg was going to be a good one to not only call, but a good one to watch. You had everything. You had a lot of emotion from both crowds. You had emotion from the guys. You had emotion from the scorekeepers. You had emotion all over the place, and that's what Walmack wrestling is all about, Jamie. And you saw it right there. 2 really good dual teams going at it, and you saw a really, really good dual team end up winning the dual tonight in West Delaware.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight. I'd like to thank the sponsors of West Delaware Wrestling here on KMCH. Because, of course, without them, this coverage would not be possible. So, please, we encourage you to go get out there and shop locally. I want to thank Ashley Vick for running the board for us this evening. And, of course, thank you, the listeners. So, for my partner, Roger Reed, this is Jamie Vasky saying good night from Williamsburg, where, once again, the finals, West Delaware defeated South Tama 63-10 and Williamsburg 37-15. You've been listening to West Delaware Wrestling on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
On a 3-hour flight from Memphis to LA,